Okay, so we watched Paul Blart
Mall
Mall Cop.
Cop.
And this movie was garbage.
It was terrible.
And it has
so many things to talk about too. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Okay, firstly, it has like a 33% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I don't know how that's possible.
Flabbergasting.
It was terrible.
That's like gobsmacking. Like, there's no way that should be a thing ever.
Ever.
35% is not a small amount. Like,
no.
There's a lot of movies that are rated a lot lower than that.
So basically, what I would have to say is that this movie was too pathetic to be funny. Because a lot of times
he was too pitiful to be comic.
He was too pitiful.
Right. Oh my god, that scene where he's...
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
This scene bothered me a lot.
Okay, so it starts out and he's like trying out for the police academy and he passes out. And everyone's like making fun of him and stuff, but it turns out that he has like a medical condition.
But first of all, he's going through these obstacles like he's fucking like Rambo or something.
Yeah.
Like he's a special forces operative.
It's Kevin James.
And he's so flabby in this movie, so flabby. And then he like pretty much dies, like passes out.
Yeah, like face down. At first I thought he had narcolepsy.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. He said
he was snoring.
He's got narcolepsy. Is that a thing in this movie? He has narcolepsy, and I'm like, I don't think that's what happened, but...
Because he was snoring when he hit the ground.
I don't understand.
And so that's what I thought it was. Like,
this movie's dumb enough that I believe that.
But anyway, it turned out that he is like hypoglycemic or
hyperglycemic, meaning he needs to eat sugar all the time, or he crashes.
Yeah, and so anyway, he goes back home to his mom's house where he lives with his daughter because at first I was like...
Oh, okay. His daughter.
They sat down and I was like, why does he have a Mexican daughter? Because she's like,
Hispanic.
She's definitely Hispanic. And then they addressed it. At first I thought they weren't going to address it. But they did.
Oh, they addressed it.
Her mom came here from Mexico and just married Kevin James to get a green card and then abandoned their family after she had this baby.
That's insane, by the way. That's like the most depressing thing ever.
And so now he's just like poor and he can't be a police officer, so he does the next best thing, which is being a mall cop.
But we need to talk about what happens specifically during the scene.
Okay.
Where they're constantly... His mother...
I forgot.
Oh my god. His mother and his Mexican daughter are always like trying to make him feel better by pushing food on him.
Yeah.
Like, at one point his mom's like, oh, I'll make you your favorite lunch tomorrow. And he's like... you remember what he did? He's like, oh, I don't feel like it. And then he comes back in the room and he's like, but if you were going to do it, it'd be the sloppy Joe. Yeah, whatever.
And it's really detailed, but what does he end up eating? Right,
and that scene, where right after he failed the cop course, he eats a piece of blueberry pie.
Yeah, but like with something on it?
With peanut butter spread on. He literally is scooping peanut butter out of the jar saying, fill all the cracks in my heart. Like, fill, just gonna wash it down with food. That was depressing. Like, that wasn't even close to being funny. I'm like, oh.
Because, like, a lot of times, like, you can pick, like, a pathetic character and make it funny. Because, like, The Office, you know, Michael Scott, a lot of things about his life are actually depressing.
He's pitiful. Like,
but they made it funny.
He's so embarrassing, like, it hurts. But...
it's hilarious.
He's lovable, and he's, you know... Yeah. And he's a complete character, whereas Paul Blart is just, like, a sad sack who really has, like, the shittiest life ever.
Yeah.
But anyways, so he's, like, he goes gung-ho with his... mall security position. He's like...
he takes it so seriously.
The most ridiculously, like, over the top, by the book, strictly, like, gung-ho mall cop. Like, he pulls people over in their rascal scooters, and he's fucking...
oh my gosh, yeah, he pulled over this old guy in his, like, motorized wheelchair, and was, like, harassing him for driving too fast or something.
Yeah, and he, like, issued him a citation, and then he gets in front of him.
Yeah, because mall cops can do that.
Like, just flick him off as I'm going by, like, get out of my face right now.
It was just unbelievable, but I think the thing that he trains most for was using a Segway. He's on a Segway 90% of this movie.
Kevin James, you mean?
Yeah, Kevin James.
He must have invested a lot of time and effort.
I know, because I was talking about Segways are probably hard to use. Like, I've seen people in, like, DC and stuff, like, fall over on them.
Yeah, it's like it's not like...
but he does it, like, all crazy, like...
oh, he's, like, doing, like, one-legged shit? Yeah, he's, like, backing it up on it, you know?
Like, spinning around circles and stuff.
He's good.
Yeah, so that must have taken a lot of training, so kudos to him.
Good job, Kevin James.
Also,
good job for nothing else, though, in this movie.
Yeah.
You were pretty bad.
I know. This was also in, like, a giant mall. And
it was an enormous mall. Didn't they say that they were...
So anyway, it was crazy, but I really do like that they used actual brands and stuff, because in a lot of movies they make it like a knockoff of like whatever the store is. But anyway, I looked up Wikipedia and I've been to this mall before.
That's crazy.
I've been to this mall. It's the Burlington Mall in Massachusetts. And yeah, it was just crazy to have that realization. But anyway, so I also read it because I was like, how'd they use the real mall? They had to film like the entire movie at night.
Oh yeah.
Which isn't so crazy.
Like a lot of the businesses are shuttered and stuff during most of the movie. Like there are some scenes where it's open, obviously, but like a lot of it happens after this insane takedown of this mall. By the way, let's just continue on with the plot. Let's not get bogged down too much. Yeah. So he's a gung-ho guy who can't make it into the police force, and he's training a new rookie on the mall cop force, I guess.
He's so like scrawny and everything.
When he gets distracted by playing a game of Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
While parkour ninjas take over the mall and make everybody leave. By the way, you did not know what parkour was. That was the whole thing.
I didn't know.
We spent a good...
Okay, I've seen like fail army, so I've seen people doing it, but I didn't know it was an actual thing. I just thought that it was like people doing tricks and stuff.
Parkour.
I didn't know that it was a legit thing, but apparently it is.
Yes. Anyways, that is not the point at all.
These people take over the mall. Paul Blart is like in an arcade getting crazy with like Guitar Hero and like DDR and stuff. Yeah. And so he doesn't even notice that like the mall's being taken over. These people make an announcement. They're like, everybody get the hell out of the mall. Like we're gonna...
They shoo everybody out of the mall.
So everyone starts running. Firstly, this is like the night before Black Friday. People are not about to just leave the mall. No. I'm sorry, but you need to be like threatening people for them to leave.
Did they have firearms? I don't think they did.
No, it was just like an announcement over like the PA system.
Yeah, and they were like I said, they were just like parkour ninjas. They used their fists and shit. They didn't have any weapons to threaten people with.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So their goal is to get like, okay, they never really explain this.
We should say first that the leader of this group is the rookie cop.
Yeah. The rookie cop was just trying to like infiltrate like mall security or whatever.
Scheme was.
Okay, so they were gonna like steal credit card codes from every store to like, I guess, steal a lot of money.
Is that even a thing? Is that even
Because they weren't like, you know, the normal 16-digit card numbers. They were like what were they? They were like 7 digits or something?
Like 6 digits.
And they just like wrote them on their bodies with like invisible ink.
Oh, that's retarded.
So you can only see under black light. But I'm like, they never explain these credit card digits. Like, is this anything? Like,
no, it's not a thing that exists. Like, what does that mean? Like, you have access to all the cards that are swiped at that store? Is that what happens? They steal these codes, they get $1 million per store, some inane number, and that's how their heist works, I guess.
Yeah, so that happens. And this whole time, Paul is trying to win over this girl who's way out of his league, and he's always doing, like, really dumb stuff around her. But do you remember when he got really drunk? That was like
wasted.
That was this scene was like embarrassing to watch.
I know.
So he's like challenging, you know, the real big guy from Old School, that black guy. He's like challenging him in like a spicy nachos.
He's like 700 pounds, and he
is.
Oh my god.
So they're like going at this spicy nacho contest. And so he's like, oh, it's like so spicy, I need to find something to drink. So he starts just like taking drinks off of people's like tables. He
grabs a pitcher and a glass.
And he gets a pitcher and it's just like chugging it. And he's like, oh, I really needed that. And somebody was like, that was like a pitcher of margaritas.
Yeah, he says to him, he's pouring glasses. He takes out 2 entire pint glasses, and he's like, wow, that lemonade tasted funny. And the guy's like, cause it's margarita, bro. To a guy who's never had alcohol and would clearly know the difference. By the way, I am a drinker. Like, I drink a fair amount, and that would fucking kill you. Like,
so he had like
so wasted.
He had like several pint glasses, and then he had like an entire pitcher. And he's like, "What? I don't drink." And then he
starts drinking everything.
Yeah, he starts like he's continuously drinking after that. He keeps ordering drinks. He's like, round of shots. Like,
he would puke after like 3 drinks.
Yeah. Okay. So he didn't throw up at all. He's just acting like a crazy person. Right. Like, how insane was he? He jumps through, like, a window.
Oh my god, yeah, he was doing insane shit, like, and he
like,
was, like,
dancing, like...
Then he got all, like, he was trying to bust the moves on the girl,
I know, and she was, like, repulsed, because he's like, All,
oh, you mean Anna Faris? That wasn't Anna Faris?
Yeah, this girl looks so much like Anna Faris, but
we were convinced for a good 20 minutes in the movie that she was Anna Faris. So anyways, the movie continues with Paul Blart being sort of a diehard figure, like in the mall, like an inside man in the mall, like taking down these.
Yeah, he suddenly turns like really badass.
Yeah,
which doesn't make any sense because like he's really out of shape and just like
inept, and he's like a mama's boy. Yeah,
and all of a sudden he's like coming up with all these strategies and stuff,
taking the people out.
Yeah, it was
taking them the fuck out.
So bizarre, and this was also so crazy to me. So he's like in a sporting goods store, and he sees like the parkour people coming. And so he jumps into like a vent in the ceiling.
Right. Oh my god.
And they're like stabbing it with like swords or something.
Like katanas and shit. He's like.
And he's like not getting a hit though. Like he legit would have been impaled like 7 times because they were just like shoving.
Oh yeah, he would have been dead.
He would have so been dead, but somehow he's like, of course, like avoiding them by like millimeters.
The fucking thing breaks through the wall and like kills somebody, right? It, like falls on somebody.
And so it like comes like unhinged from the ceiling, so it's like too heavy, and it like knocks the girl out who was like using the sword. And so anyway, it just gets crazier from there. So like I don't know, his daughter some reason like comes to look for him at the mall, and she like gets held hostage with this Anna Faris lookalike and some other people at the bank inside the mall. Yeah. And Paul, firstly, these people also try to get away in a vent. Do you remember that? But the big guy, he can't fit in.
Oh yeah. I'm getting like hazy on the like latter half of this movie.
Yeah, because it's dumb.
At one point, we're just like, this movie's
like
indescribable. Like it's so bad.
It was insane. And so anyway, he like gets out of the mall safely, and then he's like, "Oh, I have to go back in because this Anna Faris girl is still inside because her car's in the parking lot." So he goes back to save her, and of course, like he saves them. The people get arrested. The parkour ninjas.
They have their day in court.
Yeah.
And Paul Blart's the hero.
And so it sets us up for Paul Blart 2. Like, are you kidding me?
Which is coming out this year. It's like due out anytime.
I know, it's coming out in like a month or two,
very soon,
which blows my mind because this movie was garbage.
Literally garbage.
But they made like bananas money off of it.
Were there any funny jokes in this at all?
No, I don't have one takeaway from it.
No, like there are other movies that were like Encino Man, like that was not a funny movie, but like.
Where's in the juice?
Where's in the juice, buddy?
So there were like
there was no wheezing of any juice in this movie at all.
No, not at all. And so it was just really lame, is what it comes down to. But they made so much money.
Oh my god. The fucking middle America went out and saw it.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, the budget was like $30 million and they made like $170 million.
Oh, it was insane. Yeah, they like quintupled their budget.
Which just blows me away.
It's like King of Queens crowd that came out to see Paul Blart. Yeah. He's just being like a buffoon, basically. He's like a lot of pratfalls and like physical comedy is what he does.
Yeah.
Physical comedy is his game, yeah.
He was fighting with this like huge lady in Victoria's Secret.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember this?
Yeah.
It was so messed up. He's like fighting with her because she's like, I don't even know what's happening. Maybe she's trying to like steal a bra or something, but he starts fighting with her and he like pulls her shirt up and
oh my god, I was taken aback. I was like, I
did not
so much of that
movie
woman's body was
there.
Exposed. Yeah, so much of her body.
It was really gross. And they were like fighting, and she's like, I can't believe you would fight with a woman and stuff.
Paul Blart don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah, and at the end,
so this was like and cash and checks.
This is like kind of a family movie, but when they're all held hostage in the bank, there's like guns involved in it and stuff. And I'm like, what if there was a plot twist? Because like somebody's being held at gunpoint. I'm like, what if they just like shot them in the head?
They killed them all and then dragged their bodies out.
An ultimate plot twist. It'd be like this like G-rated like movie this whole time.
This movie about parkour ninjas is actually about ISIS, and they just execute the entire mall. Paul Blart 3. Even blartier.
So don't watch this.
I was gonna say, don't watch this fucking movie.
Do not be one of those people contributing their millions of dollars to this
movie was boo-boo.
Terrible franchise.
This movie was boo-boo sauce. Boo-boo.
What does that even mean? Okay.
Cut.
It was terrible. Don't watch it.
Don't watch it. Clack.
That was the laziest clack I've ever seen.
Clack!